Hi, thanks for staying with us. I'm Jenny Groh. Community Development Outreach is approaching its grand opening, and with us to talk more about it in great detail are Franklin and Andrea Nickens. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right, tell us a little bit, first of all, what is Community Development Outreach?
Go ahead.
Community Development Outreach is a nonprofit corporation that we started back in 1999 when we were in Broward County. We moved up here in '06. We started with the issue of how to get teens off the street, and kind of started to bridge the gap between seniors and teenagers. What we do is we teach teenagers how to do home repair and home remodel for seniors who are low income and disabled. And the kids get their community service hours to graduate, but they must adopt a senior for once a month reassurance phone calls. That becomes a new adopted grandparent. Always we had the issue of on-the-job training. We didn't have a chance to train the kids on, you know, the light electrical, the drywall, the plumbing issues, and those kinds of things, and most of all, the safety. Now that we're here in Port St. Lucie, we've made it our home, and we have all these projects, but we needed a home to train them in. And we've opened up, we had a ribbon cutting last year, and now we've finished our training center.
And the best part about it, we did it debt-free with partners.
Yes, we did do it debt-free with partners.
That's wonderful.
And now we have a full one-bedroom apartment within our training center where they'll do modules of taking a room apart and then putting it back together, design, techniques, OSHA safety training, all these things we make sure we do before we take someone out to that senior's home. And we just train them on how to be good community citizens, how to speak respectfully. We also do financial literacy.
We have the vocational training aspect, which covers all the details of what goes into a house. Because if they don't understand the components of how a house is built, they can't do the repairs. So with our community partners, we have electrical contractors, plumbing contractors, painting contractors who actually teach the classes. Yes, I could teach the classes. I don't want to because it's a lot of work. And we've been doing it for years, but the fact of it was letting them see the business professionals at work so they can ask the questions. They can do the one-on-ones. And the fact that we start at the age of 12, we're doing prevention from teens going into incarceration. Because it costs $40,000 to incarcerate a youth or an adult, but it costs $4,000 a year to prevent it. So by starting at the age of 12, when they're most moldable, we're getting their attention into what they're good at. So when we do the 12 to 17, we separate the two because we go up to 25. So those people who have dropped out of high school, things like that, need vocational training. They need financial literacy, what a checkbook is, what a checking or a savings account is, how to actually save, but then how to invest. So when we do the separation, the 12 to 17, they come in, they'll get their training, and they'll go up to 90 days for the different types of the training. With that component, we're now teaching them how to become a home-based business at the age of 16. If they have gifts and talents, we already know that. We want to find out what they're good at with their hobbies and turn that into a home-based business. Now they're generating income from their home-based business, and then teach them how to become a homeowner by the age of 21.
It all goes together, doesn't it? You sort of build on these skills, complementary.
So when they are learning, for example, when we built the training center with the module inside of it, and we can only take 15 students at a time. So we can work them in 3 groups of 5. So you have one team working in one room, which would be the living room, one in the dining room, but you'll have 2 tearing out one wall on one side, 2 on another side, and 1 is a spotter for safety. Then the other 5 are designing what that room's supposed to look like when they put it back together. So they all rotate out. So when they're coming back, once they've demoed the room, now the team that was helping design has to put it back together.
So they really do get it from every angle, literally.
And the team that came out from the demo has to go and look at their design and modify it for what they want to see. So then you have 3 different aspects of what the room should look like. Then at the end of the day, they all have to take something from each design and decide that's what they want to change it to. So they changed the paint color, the floor style, the paintings, the ceiling fan. They have to take all that out. and put it all back in.
And all the material, the paint, the tile, that's all from these partners that you've
absolutely.
Okay.
We have partners who are contractors and general contractors. They have a lot of materials left over. They're donating those materials for classroom time.
Okay.
So that when we're going out into the industry and working on the senior's home, they know what to expect.
Okay.
But the best part, the exciting part about this is if one of our teens is not living to a good standard, we do an assessment of their home. We don't want them out there volunteering and working and repairing and remodeling someone else's house, and they have to go home to something that's not very nice.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to remodel the home, so moms and dads don't even think about it. We're going to look at their bedroom, assess that and the financial needs of the family, and that student who's volunteering, we're going to redesign their bedroom with them. So when they go home, they are looking at something that they helped create, they helped design, and they can feel proud about it.
They have that pride.
So when they're going out to that senior's home, they want to do it better than their bedroom. So we take them out on
that's great.
Field trips.
Field trips to different types of model homes and furniture stores.
They can really get a feel for it and
Color
see
coordination, most important.
Get out of the classroom.
They actually do, everything is hands-on. So they're going to learn how to grout the tile, as well as install the tile. So in our first bathroom, you did the one videotaping when you came out to the site. And the girls from the church next door actually installed the flooring in the bathroom.
Okay.
Then they had to grout it. We've got pictures of all that.
Girls with power tools.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
So we don't discriminate. We take boys and girls. They all wear the same uniform, as you'll see in the brochure. Because we want them to look at two things. One is, going into the real world, you have to accept that this is a job situation or this is a business opportunity situation. You have to look the part, play the part, and be the part. And if you don't have any kind of understanding of what's the right word, so I don't say it wrong.
The right understanding of how to conduct themselves.
That's the better way to say it.
Around seniors, in a business setting, just as an entrepreneur and just as a citizen. You know, to have that respect for each other. And what I found, even if someone doesn't want to do construction and the different aspects of building, then they get the education of when it's my apartment or when it's my house and I need something done, I'm going to know these are the standards that it needs to be at. I'm not getting ripped off, and I can tell quality as opposed to subpar.
Exactly.
You know, so it's a full education for kids.
That's wonderful. Okay, what a nice overview of what you all do. Now let's talk about the grand opening event. When is that? Let's get to the event.
May 31st, Saturday, May 31st. We're going to start with a parade with a salute to our veterans. We'll start it at Village Green Drive and US 1 and walk north to Savannah Club Boulevard, make that left, and then go into the Crown Plaza, and that's where our training center is located. And we're going to have a big festival, fun day, exciting
It's going to be actually, as it says in the flyer, we're going to have a health and career expo. We know that a lot of seniors and a lot of adults and youth are dealing with some health issues. So we're going to be inviting partners to come out and give out education and things that they don't want to talk to some other people about. They will actually be pipe and draped where they can talk to them individually. Nobody's going to know what's going on. But if they got issues, we want to address the issues where it doesn't cost them money to go in and find out about it. There are a lot of folks who have lost jobs. Businesses closed down. They need new careers. They need to challenge themselves for some type of new development, because some of them have to pay mortgages. Well, but then some of them need to be homeowners. And then some are just, I don't know where I'm at, so they're doing the ABC. I think I'm ready, I don't know if I'm ready, I might be ready, but now I'm clueless.
This is just a really good opportunity just to get in touch really and have some FaceTime with the different resources and the partners that you have working with you.
And some of the folks that are coming out and the businesses are coming out, they will be interviewing on site.
Yes, they'll be hiring on site as well.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
So we want to develop the community. Again, community development. Where the needs are, we look for the solutions to the needs and try to bring the needs to the solutions.
What is the address?
8645 South US Highway 1, some call it Federal Highway.
Okay.
But it's just north of Village Green, just south of Prima Vista.
Okay, and you said it's the Crown?
The Crown Plaza. Most people will see Budget Rent-A-Car or Light Bulbs Unlimited in that plaza.
Okay.
And we're all the way in the back. Nobody knows we're back there.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, it's really in the back.
They're going to know.
Yeah, they're going to know now.
They'll
but we're right
the
next door to
parade.
Genesis Community Church, and you'll see that big sign on the marquee.
Okay,
but
wonderful.
the biggest thing that I'm looking at is most people don't realize this is going to be a fun time. So part of our mission is to entertain, to educate, and to empower.
Exactly.
So when people come out, they feel like, well, you know, I don't know if I really want to go out there, but we're going to entertain you.
Okay.
So there's going to be music and fun and
food.
all kinds of good things going on. But we also have a kids' corner. Where the kids are going to be safe, where mom, dad can drop off the kids safe in this kid zone, where they can leave them there. While they're going for the interviews or they're looking at the health issues.
Great.
We're going to have that security and cordon off close to the stage where all the main speakers are going to be so they can't get away. Okay, so we wanted to make sure that it is going to be safe, along with the car show. That's the fun part. You get to see all the exotic and old cars.
Right.
But now we've just added a component because somebody called me today and said, listen, you're doing the car show. What about motorcycles? I said, you know what? We hadn't thought about that.
Let's add some motorcycles. Why not?
Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Just want to have some fun.
That sounds wonderful. Give us the date and time one more time, please.
May 31st, 2014, from 8 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
So it's going to be an all-day event.
Okay. If people want more information, phone number, website?
The phone number, we can't really put it on the website yet because it's all preliminary with the flyer.
No problem.
But we will be doing that with 877-612-8091. And again, that's toll-free, 877-612-8091.
Okay.
So hopefully we can get the flyer onto the website, but
we're working on that.
It's a challenge.
Well, no problem.
But our website is www.cdofl.org.
Okay, and that's good information too for people looking for information about the Teens in Action or the first-time home buyer.
Exactly.
All that good information.
And that's what
resources.
most people don't realize is the Teens in Action is designed to get to the parents at the same time. Because when their child is in the program, the parent must volunteer a minimum of 10 hours per month.
Okay.
A minimum of 10 hours per month. That's 2 hours per week for their child to be there. There's no charge to the child. We have corporate sponsors.
Right.
But the youth must have a sponsor for their uniform.
Okay.
The parents can't pay for it, and the child can't use their allowance, and the grandparents, so no immediate family.
Right.
And it's designed this way. When they want to come into the program, they must make an appointment. They come in and they get a hammer. They must go to our wailing wall, and they must make a hole. One hole, one swing, one time. Okay? More than one swing, more than one hole. They got anger management problems, and we're going to send them out to anger management counseling.
Okay.
Once they're done with that, they can try it again.
Okay.
But once they make the hole, they give the hammer back to the receptionist. She gives them directions with a mud pan and a putty knife with 20-minute mud mix that they have to mix up properly.
Okay.
If they mix it properly, they'll patch the hole once. If they don't mix it properly, it'll just kind of fall out the hole.
Right.
That's
right.
Once that happens, they got to sign their name. They have to date it. Go to Lowe's or Home Depot and learn how to patch a hole. Come back in with 30 days and finish their hole.
I see where this is going.
Then once they do that, they wash out the mud pan. Then they come back and we give them a sponsorship letter to take to either school, cousin, aunt, uncle, whoever. The uniform consists of a Teens in Action t-shirt, a hard hat that says CDO Teens in Action, carpenter jeans. Girls and boys alike wear the same uniform, and steel-toe boots.
Okay.
The whole uniform is $80.
Right.
But this is what we do. Once we get them into the program, we have mom or dad set up a savings account, and they're going to put part of their allowance in the savings account.
Okay.
When it reaches $80, we want to put a hold on it. If they terminate themselves from the program or terminate from the program, they must repay the sponsor the money back.
Right.
I see. Okay.
Mandatory.
Accountability.
Exactly. It's just like having a job or a business.
Yeah, absolutely. You're really starting these life lessons very young. I think that's really good to instill that in these young people.
Right.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here. There's so much good information. Hopefully, you'll have a really good turnout at your grand opening event on May 31st.
You got it.
All right, Franklin and Andrea Nickens, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
and best of luck to you. We'll see you again really soon.
Absolutely.
We'll have to have you back to see how the event went.
How it went.
Yeah, and we'll have to come out too.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here. And we'll be right back after this message.